Hello, I'm just going to bring in the next group, so make sure I get online with each one. Hello, yay. Let's take a nice deep breath, like I already did, and bring yourself to your seat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My eyes are watering a little bit today. I'm not really sure why, but they commonly do. Yeah, so here we are. Thank you for being here to your meditation challenge. And thank you for really reinstating my ability to get here for 8 a.m. instead of 8:03. Believe it or not, that is a challenge. I don't know what it is. Those extra 3 minutes make a big difference. And I hope that I can be here to inspire you. This is a little Inspire mug that a friend of mine gifted me, who is due any day now. So I thought that I would have a cup of my homemade chai tea on her behalf and inspire you and inspire that little new soul to make their way into this world. Such an exciting time. Excuse me. I told her not to panic. It's a little overdue, but you know what? They might just be waiting for the solar eclipse on the 14th, which has a lot of energy. Eclipses and new moons are known for having heightened birth rates in the hospitals. So it's really, really interesting. So that's an exciting time. I look forward to getting the message that they have arrived. I got a tickle in my throat and my seat's a little crooked. So get your seat settled and let's get prepared to carry on with our morning or whenever it is for you. So there's 3 things we're going to cover today: grounding, centering, and aligning, and our meditation. And then we're going to pull an inspiration card to give us an opportunity to create greater awareness in our day and get used to creating greater awareness in our day, and also a jumping off point for journaling. So if you find that you've got something on your mind right now, and it might not set you up for success in this moment that you're devoting to yourself, then jot it down in your on a piece of paper, or jot it down in a journal if you regularly journal. There's my journal, and let go of it. Surrender it up. Ask the question, ask for help, and just let it go. Ask for the solution, the resolution, the resolve, whatever the goal might be. Excuse me. And that's the best you can do. Set yourself up for success. So those are the 3 things we're going to cover. And why grounding, centering, and aligning? Well, here we are. We're going into meditation. We're energy bodies. We're going into meditation. We're connecting with these 2 sources and forces of energy. And we can't go here unless we are grounded here, because otherwise we just float off. We're distracted. We're not making that full connection. And you might even find, you might actually start to learn how many times you disassociate out of your body when throughout your entire day. And there's a number of reasons why. The body can just say, I'm not, this doesn't look good. It can be a source of survival. It could be a source of numbing out some stress or vicarious trauma. It can be a number of different sources. Have you ever been in your car driving home from somewhere, and you get home and you're thinking, wow, I don't even consciously remember my driving home. And that can be a part of disassociation. So if you are disassociating a lot, really be gentle with yourself. And you may need to actually pull yourself in. And that is not uncommon. You just sit there and pull yourself back in, and then come in and do this grounding. So let's get started with the grounding. We're going to call in all our senses. And often I call them sensory organs. They are our eyes, our ears, our nose, our smell, our taste, our touch, and our knowingness. And call that in. and open it up, because that really engages you in the present moment. There's nothing better than calling in our sensory organs. If we are living in the past and living in the future, just call in the sensory organs right here, right now, and it'll bring you to your present moment time. And that's where we want to live. We don't want to live in the past. The past is the past. We've heard it said often enough, right? Turn the page on the past. Close the chapter on the past. Get out of that story of the past that you may be anchoring into as part of your identity. Yeah, the road's been tough. It's been damn tough for many. It's been damn horrific for many. And we can live there. You can choose to live there and stay in that and hold resentment and hold attachment. What we want is peace and non-attachment. That's where we want to get to. We want the non-attachment because the peace is on the other side of that. And that calms the mind. That helps to create the peace. Now, if we're living in the future, and sure, we want or we need, we may be grasping. We may be grasping for that, or we may hold different attitudes with how we want to be. Surrender that up. Surrender that up. Take all that goodness and all that passion and all that desire, surrender it up. And you still take your daily actions toward it, but not to fixate on it. You know what I mean? Like that grasping, not to fixate on it. So when we come into our grounding, we come into turn on our sensory organs. I'm a little chilly. I'm going to cover myself up with a blanket. And we pull on our imagination. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the central core of the earth. So imagine seeing the central core of the earth, of what that would look like, that glowing, powerhouse, crystalline core of the center of the earth. See it, hear it, smell it, taste it, know it, touch it. That's where we're going. And if you need a visual, there's lots of great pictures on Google that show the layers to the central core of the earth. I had to do that as a very visual person. I wanted to see it. And and then now I can see it and feel it and taste it. And different sensory organs will be your strongest, and lean into your strengths for success. So now out of your feet, or your sit bones, if you're sitting, use your feet, and if your feet are on the ground, and if you are sitting on the floor, you might want to use your sit bones, or you can wiggle back and forth and feel your sit bones on your buttocks, or you can still use your feet. Absolutely, you can use it, or either or both, and take that etheric line or those tree roots down through. We're going to pierce through the crust of the earth. And we're going to come into the rock and the slate and the sand. And then we're going to come into the molten. So feel yourself going through those 3 layers. See if you can feel the coolness or the warmth of the sand. And then you come into the molten liquid. And it's warm. It truly is. And this is the next layer that we're going to go through. And we can sometimes swim right through that. And we find that it can go a bit faster, right throughout down to the central core of the earth. You can just beeline it right down to the central core of the earth. Sometimes it might be slow. Sometimes the etheric body may be going slower. Know that however it works for you or does not work for you is perfectly fine. It's simply where you are in this moment in time. So, and it is what it is. Just take it down, and as long as it takes, get down there and wrap those etheric feet around and those tree roots around, and permission to receive the earth's energy. Always important to give permission, offer up consent, and why not permission to heal at the same time. The earth hertz are extremely healing, 5 to 25 hertz. We're often kept in a very different frequency than the earth's hertz. We want to always get in touch with these earth hertz. They have a harmonic resonance to our body. The Schumann resonance works for us. Pull that earth energy up. I often like to inhale it up like I'm sucking up a straw. So when I inhale, I'm pulling up that energy up through back up the line that you'd created to get down to the center core of the earth, drawing it up into your 2 feet. Now, if you can, and if it's willing, allow it to evenly come up your feet into your ankles and your calves. With an inhalation, you might want to fully draw it up your lower extremities from your knees and your thighs and into your hips. Now, maybe on the next inhalation, you want to draw it up. You inhale down to your lower abdomen and draw it up through your abdomen, filling your side ribs and your back body. Touching every cell and every space in between each cell as we draw it up into our lungs and open our heart and wash it over your shoulders and down your arms. Touching your elbows and your forearms down into your wrists and your hands, your fingertips. You might want to offer some movement to these areas as you allow all this beautiful energy to fill your body. And the next inhale, breathe it up in through the neck and bathe the whole neck area, this hardworking portion of our body that gives us our voice. Breathe it up over your face and the top of your cranium and down the back of your cranium and down the back of your neck. You can also breathe in and breathe it out. And on the exhale, allow it to cascade down the outside of your body, touching the first layer of your biofield and your second layer of your biofield. As it comes back down to touch Mother Earth herself. We're going to prepare to center so that we can prepare to align. So simply teeter-totter yourself back and forth just a little bit. Finding that still point of the body. You might want to move your shoulders, move your body a little bit from bringing in that earth energy and notice where you feel more dense. Do you feel more grounded? Do you feel heavier in your buttocks? Do your feet feel heavier on the floor? Almost to the point where you can't move them. You can move them, but you don't really have that desire to move them. They're just there. They're firmly planted on the floor. To firmly plant your footsteps forward as you take action towards your dreams today. Every day matters for you. For you. Every day matters to do something for you too. Great to be in service, but there's nothing wrong with doing something for you too. It's not selfish. It's the oxygen mask on you first, so we can be in service to others. Now let's take this centering line. So we take the line that we've created down from the center core of the earth up through this centering line, which follows the spine, the central channel of the body, the sushumna. And then we're going to align this line out the top of the head. A fine line to God, creator, source, energy, divine consciousness, the higher self of you, the higher consciousness, guides, spirits, gurus, the place of many names. You pick whatever that is for you today. And it's like we've got this little ID point. I don't know if it's little. We've got this ID point. It's like an antenna that we are going to extend with intention through the solar system, through the Milky Way and into the cosmos, to this higher fine line of divine consciousness, creator, source, energy. We call that in. It's often seen as gold and white light. Allow it to cascade down this superhighway that you have just created, down in through this crown chakra, Sahasrara, the 7th chakra. Open that up to receive, and now imagine and receive, permission to heal as this gold and white light fills the head, Feel it wash over your eyes and sense that illuminant energy that's cascading down and coming in and touching every cell and every space in between each cell. Fill the whole skull area. Draw it in through the gateway, your voice, your throat area, the brainstem that's in the back area that often holds trauma. Bathe that area, permission to heal. Bathe it over your shoulders and feel the weight of the world just being melted away by this beautiful energy. Allow your shoulders to drop 3 inches, permission to drop 3 inches and see what you notice. Permission is grand. It's a gift. Draw it down through your forearms or your upper arms and down your elbows to your forearms, your hands and your fingers. Bring that up into the prayer hands to your sternum and feel that divine presence as you breathe it down into your heart and your lungs. Gently roll those shoulders back and expand as you breathe in that divine golden white light into that area of your body. And on the exhale, you can just let it go right down into the abdomen area. Or on your inhale, you can expand it into the abdomen area. So many ways that we can achieve this beautiful alignment. Allow your breath to expand into your side ribs. Really exercise that diaphragm. As you breathe in, the diaphragm goes up in this golden white light. And on the exhale, it flattens out, expanding your side ribs, so your back body. Wash your whole back body with this energy as it now comes into your pelvis and your hips, your thighs. Bathe it over your hardworking knees, into your calves, your hardworking ankles as our stabilizers to keep us upright, and our feet and toes. What a gift this body is. What a gift our life is. Feel these 2 forces of energy in your body. Feel the rhythm of the divine consciousness, Mother Earth energy. Such a delicious place to ask a question, ask for guidance, ask for support, ask for help. Ask for help to help you surrender. Sometimes that can be a difficult process. Ask for help to get to the point of non-attachment and find the peace. And then the grace and the knowing to find the peace within the peace. You'll miss that chaotic mind. You will. You'll feel like it's really empty up there. That's beautiful. That's the void. That's the emptiness among many other forms of emptiness. To actually walk around and have nothing going on in your head. It's very delicious. And then every time you sit down, you get to actually create space to surrender. You start to have these little regular points in your day where it helps to create the habit. When you sit down to eat, the first thing you do is you appreciate the peace. And then you can appreciate the food that's before you, and the farmers and the seed planters and the trucks and the deliveries and all the processes that gets our food to our source. Sometimes we forget that. That's part of our humanness. As we step into our beingness, we invite more light. We have this greater, higher awareness. We live more consciously. Let's go, get prepared to go into our meditation. If you haven't grabbed a blanket and you want one, grab a blanket. Get your pen and paper so that you can journal without disrupting that point when we come out of meditation, and we can just put our head down to our pen and and take some notes of what shows up for you today. And download any thoughts that you presently have into that piece of paper, so it offers you greater success in having that non-attachment, non-engagement to the thoughts that will come in your mind. Just put them in the cloud. We're all familiar with the cloud storage is. Allow it to store those thoughts. Put it in a little bubble. Allow it to just go up into the ethers. If you're bombarded with thoughts, just imagine a train rolling past. Just keep putting them on the train. Just keep putting them on the train. And keep putting them on the train. And that just might be your meditation today, putting them on the train and putting them on the train. And feeling the ease and the state of flow, that how easy that is just to put it on the train. You might just want to witness that, see yourself sitting on that little stool on the pineal gland and the pine cone, just putting your thoughts on the train. Create that little comic strip. Create that for yourself. And curl your lips up with such deep gratitude for your perseverance, for continuing to put your thoughts on the train. Or put them in the bubble and just keep putting them on the bubble and allow to see all of these bubbles going up in the air. Just curl your lips up in gratitude for seeing all these bubbles going up in the air. It's fun. And rejoice in your efforts. If that's the only thing that you do while we sit, that's perfectly fine. If the only thing that you do is sit and put your hands on your abdomen and practice breathing down into your abdomen, that's perfectly fine. It's all part of creating the success for you. So thank you for being here in the challenge. There is no perfect meditation. However it shows up for you is perfect. If you're feeling thirsty, take a sip of water and bring yourself into your seat. If you want to lay down, lay down. If you want to sit in a chair, sit in a chair. I'm going to use my Mela. We'll go through 5+ rounds of the Mela, and I will let you know after we pass each round. We'll do 5, and I have a little bonus one at the end. And then we'll pull a card and create our inspiration. I loved our card yesterday, seeing the big picture, thinking of the big picture. I hope you had fun with that. Before we go into meditation, I just want to say my name is Debra O'Neill, and I am the CEO and founder of blissbee.me, Integrative Holistic Health. And I am so glad you are here to share in this experience, because I deeply care, and that's why I'm here. I want success for you. I want the success for all. I want us to be the tipping point. I want us to be the contributors to the collective field that is so needed right now to find the peace in the peace. When our mind is chaotic, we are in the sympathetic nervous system. That is our fight, flight, freeze. There will never be a good decision that comes from that. There's no way that you can find the perfect path, the perfect way, the perfect decision when you feel like you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. Your main point is that you are in survival, and all your blood is going to that survival point. So this allows us to re-engage with our parasympathetic nervous system. This is where we want to live. The rest and digest, it's often called, I call it the peace place, the calm place in which we can make decisions, see more clearly, listen to our intuition, and not be often a puppet to the likes of others. Debra, do this. Okay, Debra, do this. Okay, Debra, do this. Okay, I'll get that. I'll do that. The people pleaser. Please you. It's okay, and it's perfectly fine. And I give you permission to please you in whatever way shows up. So create a little resolve right now. What do you want from your meditation? What would you like right now? Why are you here? I want more peace. It's okay to ask. I want more peace. I want more non-attachment. I want to soften my chaotic mind, my monkey mind. I want to be able to engage, not engage with my thoughts. Go in that state of flow. Help me. Help me to find what I should be doing. Who am I? Why am I here? Show me the way. Guide me. Give me the power and the knowledge to be the best that I can be, if only just for today. And when we come back, we can set the same resolve or change it up every single day. Lots of wishes. A beautiful mantra to work with is so hum, inhaling on the so, exhaling on the hum. Inhaling on the so, and exhaling on the hum. It means I am that. You are that. We are all that. We are that tree. We are that good person. We are that bad person. We are all that. We are one. We are one consciousness. All our thoughts are from the same place of consciousness. I often find as I guide or teach, I'll check in with some of my colleagues and we're on the same page. We're doing the same stuff. And it's not because people are stealing people's information. It's because we're a one consciousness. And it's beautiful and it shows up ever so clearly. I've got my Lemurian seed. I'm going to use this again today. I really enjoyed holding it up against my heart. Helps me to keep my alignment and also reminds me to breathe down to my lower abdomen. I'm going to work with my living mantra. So let's get started. Find a seat both in your mind or in your heart. To anchor, just sit down, pull up the chair, sit on the chair. Engage your mantra, engage your breath into your lower abdomen, inhaling and feeling the coolness on your nostrils on so. And exhaling, hum. Inhaling, so. And exhaling, hum. One complete smooth breath. No pause, no jerks, no noise, and no judgment. Let's begin. When the thoughts come up, just allow them to be in the cloud. The goal is not to engage with them. Allow them to go. That's one. Thank you, Guru, thank you. If you find you need to restart and regroup and re-anchor, reset, that's okay, do that. Simply feel where you're sitting. Bring your breath down to your lower abdomen and re-engage with your mantra, Soham. Inhaling on the So and exhaling on the Hum. Thank you, Guru. Thank you. That's 2. Nice, slow, smooth breath. No pause, no jerks, no noise, and no judgment. You can think of it as a loop from your lower abdomen to your nose, from your nose to your lower abdomen, or you can see it as breathing in and coming up the front of the body, and breathing out and going down the back of the body, nourishing all those beautiful energy centers. And that's 3. Curl your lips up a little. You might want to check in where your posture is. Sometimes the body starts to feel a little restless, and you might find yourself leaning forward as it prepares for the next task, or it gets antsy with time, the linear concept of time. Just find that center point again. Come back and do a little teeter-totter. Engage your breath. Come back to your mantra. If you're feeling any tension on the inhalation, simply breathe to that area. And on the exhalation, just bathe that area with the love of your breath, the nourishment of the oxygen. Thank you, Guru, thank you. That's 4. If you find you're floating around, not anchored, on the exhale, open your mouth and make sound and settle into where you are anchored. Settle back into the Mother Earth energy. That's 5. So I invite you to stay where you are with your mantra, or if you'd like to join me, the last round on the mala. I love to incorporate bliss be me. So that's 3 syllables, bliss be me. So it's simply bliss be me, 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 bliss be me. And just allow that state of flow. See the frequency of bliss. I often see this kaleidoscope of colors. It allows me to strengthen the template in which we do the work in the monthly membership every day, and fortify the bliss frequency. Bliss be me, 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 bliss be me. Puts a little pep in my step. Curl your lips up a little or a lot. Feel like a string is pulling you up from the top of your head. Drawing up in that alignment to that bliss point. And take a nice deep breath. And let go of your mantra. You release the mantra. Oh, my wrist is stiff from holding that beautiful crystal. You can bring your hands into prayer hands and hold them at your chest. In gratitude for being here today. Taking the steps, putting in the time, taking the action. The soul loves action. The soul says they're awake. Rub your palms together. Create some heat, some friction, and lovingly cup your eyes. Allow your eyes to open into this beautiful warmth of your hands. Feel the energy that you are emitting. Oh, welcome. How was that? And you can just rest into your seat. Get ready to pull a card. I'm going to go back to the first ones and the second ones that we did, I guess. Healing with the Angels, this deck is called. This deck is 44 card deck that's produced by Doreen Virtue. And see what inspiration card we have for today to take to our journal. Create greater awareness. Just a message from a source of consciousness, a source of energy. A card, please. There it is. This is a beautiful card. Support. Support is so important. We have support in our grounding and our centering and aligning. We have the support in our ability to ask questions and be guided. So know that you're never alone. There's always support. It doesn't have to come in the form of another physical person. We have support in the books that we read. We have support in the people that we can ask support to. And please, if you feel like you don't have support, I invite you to touch base with me and info@blissbee.me. I don't want anyone to feel that they're not supported. Even tapping into this and watching the replays and doing the grounding and centering and aligning together is another form of support. I also have 111 videos of support that we did from March to July of 2020. And they're very, the whole intention was to support the collective in not feeling, for not having that support. So they're on Facebook, and in January they'll be premiered in YouTube. So please just go to blissbee.me and utilize that information. That was my first time live, and it seems like every time's the first time, but so they're a bit raw. I too was having that emotional moment, my connection. I want you to know that I am supporting you and that I'm sending you love, always. I'm holding space for the collective, always. Card meeting. This one says that God, the archangels, and the ascended masters who love, protect, and guide you are watching over you right now. You are not alone, and you are safe. This card reassures you that you are part of an awesome and powerful team of benevolent beings. They surround, guide, and love you constantly. If you are in danger, they will intervene with warnings or life-saving measures. If you are afraid, they will comfort you with the energy of divine love. If you are confused, they will whisper guidance in your ear. By drawing this card, your angels and guides ask you to talk to them more frequently. Have mental conversations with them about everything, and you will soon see evidence of their existence. Soon, the angels will enlist you to help other people. If you ever feel doubtful about your ability to help others, ask the angels to help you release those fears. I do believe there is other forms of intelligence, and if you don't, that's fine. But if you get into that time where you are feeling on the edge, not feeling yourself, in boredom's a slippery slope, take time to come to your seat. Just wherever you are, just close your eyes and connect and ask and surrender and know. No, turn on your sensory organs. Ask for a sign. But if you ask for a sign, you got to really pay attention to see what shows up. That's another really, really fun process. Power versus Force, I think, is the book that has some really great insights into asking for a sign. So thank you for being here. Take that into your journal. Ask for support. Ask at least for support in one area of your life and write it down right now and see what shows up. I love you. Thank you for being here. As we prepare for the solar eclipse on the 14th, keep your vibe high, stay connected, keep your alignment. It pays dividends. Blessings. See you soon.